Episode 6 of the Sam Jones Show, and today we're at Aun McKay Law Firm. Today we're here with Andy Aun. I do a lot of real estate closings here with Andy. How you doing today, man?
How you doing, Sam?
Pretty
Appreciate
good,
you
pretty
letting
good.
me be on today.
Absolutely. Can you tell us a little bit about Aun McKay and what you guys are going
Yeah,
on
man.
here?
We Aun McKay is a full-service law firm. We've been in business since 2004. I've been practicing since 1995.
Okay.
But we do. If I had to put categories on it and percentages, probably about 85% of my practice is trial work, mostly plaintiffs' injury type work. And then the rest of our practice is devoted to different areas of practice, divorce, real estate. We do a lot of real estate closing, do a lot with you.
Absolutely.
And appreciate that business. But we're a full service law firm. What I tell folks is, if you have a legal need, give us the first bite of the apple. And let us see if we can help you. If we can't, we'll try to get you to somebody that can.
Right. Well, one of the issues we've been running into a good bit lately with both buyers and sellers is choosing the right contractor, or exactly how you go about checking their license and credentials.
Man, let me tell you, that is a huge issue, Sam. And I know because of the training you've been involved in, because I've done some of that training with you and your company,
Right.
that you know what to do. But a lot of folks out there don't know what's involved. Contractors, don't always do it the right way, folks. I mean, that's just the way it is. They don't always do it the right way. So it's always important to inspect what you expect from the standpoint of the contractor. What I say is you first off check the licensing. Now, how do you check the licensing? Well, labor licensing and regulation under South Carolina is basically the department that licenses everybody. They license real estate agents, they license lawyers, and they license contractors. And you want to make sure that your contractor is licensed. So you go on the site. They've got a great user-friendly site that helps you to search that online. And with contractors, it's in different categories. Typically most contractors are going to be residential builders, okay? So you would search residential builders. But in some cases, contractors are general contractors. General contractors can do everything. They can do commercial, residential, the whole thing, and usually they've got a higher amount of the total cost of construction that they can work under, okay? Then you've got specialty contractors, and these are folks like HVAC contractors and a whole host of other contractors that are limited in the amount of that the project can be to be able to work on it. But all of them have to go through licensing with LLR. And so when you get a recommendation on a contractor, you want to make sure that they're properly licensed, and if they're not, you need to know that going in. Secondly, basically you want to make sure that you have a certificate of insurance from any contractor you utilize, a licensed contractor or an unlicensed contractor if you're using an unlicensed contractor, which I don't recommend, okay? But you want to have a certificate of general liability insurance to make sure that that this contractor is properly insured, and so that if something goes wrong, there's insurance to cover that issue. Third and lastly, as far as the big issues go, is to make sure you have a contract, something in writing with this contractor that spells out at least the basics, okay? As a lawyer, we put a lot of work into contracts, but if you are looking for the basics to a contract with a contractor, you need to make sure that you've got the price specifically defined, and you don't want to write a blank check to this contractor. So you got a lot of contractors out there that'll say, well, we'll do this on a cost plus basis.
Right.
Well, if you're going to do cost plus, try to do a not to exceed a certain amount so that you can establish some predictability in the contract. Secondly, you want to establish the time frame within which this contract project has to be completed, okay? And a lot of times contractors like to extend that. They like to put provisions in there if it's bad weather, this kind of thing. Whatever the case may be, you just want to make sure that you are in agreement with that. And the third and most important thing, in my opinion, is to have a provision in there that says if there is work that's required that's outside of the original scope of work, okay? Let's say they're working on the sheetrock and they discover a water issue,
Right.
okay? You want to make sure that contractor has to come back to the consumer and get your approval to go forward, and in order to get the approval, he's got to tell you the price, so that you're going in eyes wide open rather than eyes wide shut. These are the issues that we run into so many problems with when we're dealing with folks who have had projects go south on them because of the contractor. So very important, and it's important to have an experienced real estate professional involved in that. Sam does a great job with his clients, and we appreciate the partnership with you, my friend. Thanks for letting me be on today.
I appreciate the partnership with you as well. It's been some valuable information, man. Hey, if you guys need a great attorney, contact Andy Aun here. Looking for anything real estate related, give me a call. Till next time, see you guys later.
Take care.